we are coming up on this event once again. Like I mentioned before, it's perfectly due in time for the 6,000 year cycle. You know, it's about time. It's been 6,000 years. Not only is it the perfect time, but everything we would be expecting to see if it were about to happen again, we are seeing, and we're seeing them accelerate. And so the magnetic poles have already begun to shift. I imagine some of your followers have probably heard about this, that the magnetic poles are actually starting to move, and that's going faster and faster and faster. Coming along with this, and this is what actually makes these so dangerous, the magnetic protection of our planet is weakening. Now, we have more than just an atmosphere, around our planet. We have a magnetic bubble. If the atmosphere is, just right, touching the surface and kind of locked to it, you come out a little bit and there's this magnetic shell acting like a force field of protection. And because all of the scary stuff from space, whether that's solar flare X-rays or plasma from a solar eruption or gamma rays or supernova energy, things like that, all of those things are electromagnetic, which means our magnetic shield helps deflect it and protect our planet. During these rapid geomagnetic excursions, these rapid magnetic pole flips, as that protection weakens, we get more of that space energy coming into Earth, and that has a dramatic effect on almost everything.
You've been kind of like leading towards this for a long time. I mean, that must be weird for you to see it become so popular as well.
It has been weird. And I can tell you what really sort of made it click to me that this thing now had legs of its own. So it was late 2018 when I discovered the Adam and Eve story by Chan Thomas in the unsealed FBI files. Pretty much everyone that you've seen talk about that, got it from that starting point of me sharing that. As far as I can tell, there was nothing on the internet about it before that. But starting about maybe 2 years ago, I started to get messages from people saying, "Hey, Ben, you talk about this stuff all the time. Have you ever heard of the Adam and Eve story?" And, the initial reaction is, you heard about it because I found it. But in general, what it is it means that people are taking this and running with it, and it's got legs of its own. It's not just based on me trying to cram these things down people's throats. People are taking it and running with it, and I think that's a great thing. I talk to Jimmy Corsetti from Bright Insight fairly regularly, about once a month. That's been helpful. But to be honest, the most helpful people who are into this, nobody knows their names. And it would be those dozens of professors, NASA scientists, people at the USGS and other things like that who have to remain anonymous because, they're on the inside. And they probably, I don't know if they're expressly forbidden from emailing me and telling me some of the things that they tell me, but they might be. And it's really nice having this many people on the inside to, just shoot me an email here. They're like, "Hey, Ben, make sure you check out the latest reviews in geophysics issue. There's something in there you need to see." Or, "Hey, Ben, I know you don't spend too much time looking at the electron data from this specific satellite, but go take a look at what happened from this day to this day." Having those people on the inside basically feeding stuff to me is really, really helpful. And it's because they have the same kind of frustrations that I have, where they opened their mind a little bit, decided, "Hey, I'm going to take a look at this information and see what I think of it." And they realized, "Oof, it's relatively bulletproof. We've got a disaster about to happen on this planet." And, their department heads don't want to hear about it. Their colleagues down the hall in their departments don't want to hear about it. And so they're like, "What do we do? What do we do? All right, well, let's find who does want to hear about it, who is talking about this, who does have the freedom to actually, say whatever they feel like, who doesn't need to read a script, who doesn't have to wear a muzzle. Let's see how we can get this information out. And I've been shocked at how many people who have a lot to lose. I mean, you've got a $900,000 contract with NASA. You've got a lot to lose. Even if you've got tenure at a university, you can lose it. And so it's amazing, these people who are being cautious, but at the same time, these are the experts, and they are taking a risk to try to help all of us. And, if I wasn't just turning around and handing this information out to the masses, they'd probably stop giving it to me, because that's what they want. They want everybody knowing what's about to happen, even if they can't come out themselves and really say it.